So this is just a demonstration of running the calibration app. So let's say you have to make some changes. Then once you launch the calibration app, it's going to launch itself in the touchscreen menu. And there's just a few things you need to do. The first thing is that you want to line up the corners, these corners, with the corners of the playpen with the pieces. And so you can just kind of nudge them across so that they're in line. So you can see here, it's a little tough to grab. Okay. Now, they're labeled bottom right, bottom left, top right. That's to the perspective of the camera, right? So this is the top, what the camera is seeing, the top left and the top right, bottom right, bottom left. The reason why it's the bottom is above the top is because the camera's upside down from the perspective of the table. Now, the next thing you want to do is change the colors. So the idea with the color selector is that every color, it's looking for color in the natural image and mapping it to these 5 output colors. Red for buildings, green for park, blue for water, white for nothing, and black for roads. So if they're off, then you just click on the input color and then pick whatever that color is in the app. So the buildings should be red, and so I'm going to click on one of the buildings. You can actually drag your finger around to get a highlight, which will kind of rise as you go. So pick whatever sort of middle red that you can find. Something like that should be good. And now this has become red. Now I'll click on this for the green, and now I'll find the park, which is right over here. Now the park is good. Now I'll click on the water. Okay, and the water is this light blue here. So now that's become blue. And then for nothing, the white, just click on any white that you can. And then finally the roads. The road you can probably leave. It should just sort of be black. It's a little bit hard to select because they're so small. So, but if in case you do need to, then try to find the darkest that you can. It might be a little tricky, but you can kind of get a preview of it. Let's see here. I got one that's not too bad. Okay, yeah, there you go. So now what you should see is this is the camera's image. This is the distorted image once it's picked. This is the raw camera image, but it's been distorted by the homography here. And you can see maybe there's a little bit of a border there, so I can get rid of that just by moving this down a little bit. And this one also just a bit. And then, oh no, that one was okay. It's actually this one that's a little bit to the side. Yeah, something like that, roughly. It doesn't have to be exact, really. So okay, then you have here. Now what you're seeing now is this is this being mapped from these colors to these colors. It's mapping the nearest pixel to all of the colors, and this is what it uses to generate the image. And then this is basically, you'll see that it's frozen. It's the last image that it went to the model, because it doesn't send every single image as it goes. It just waits for when there's a little bit of a motion. These are the motion settings. You can probably leave them aside. It's basically what is being used to determine how fast it should update or how much of a change it should observe before it works. And so then you just click save and exit, and that will save them. Sometimes when you do it, it will hang. Like you can just close by clicking 0. That's not too big of a deal. Okay.